I'm going to log off here. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
Do you have a microphone?
Yeah, here, connect.
Yes.
And what did it take? Did you figure it?
Yeah, I figured it out. Just didn't rotate it hard enough.
We quit.
I'm gonna go get a roster. Their roster.
Oh, yeah.
I was, yeah.
Can you give me the water?
Dad got remarried and has a son, so he's actually.
I'm gonna yell at him real
30
quick.
now, 30 years.
Yeah, let your
No,
father.
no, he's in Alaska.
Okay, so sorry about that. We did jump out for a second while we hooked up Brittany's phone. That's Lake Lehman coming on the field. They're 4-1. I believe they lost their opener to Western Wayne 35-20, and they rolled off 4 consecutive wins. So big game for number 6 game of the season, the 4-1 Lake Lehman Black Knights against the 5-0 Warriors. 2 high-powered offenses. Lake Lehman has been putting up 341 yards per game average, a total of 869 on the ground, 495 through the air. And the Warriors are just a shade under that at 339 a game, 1147 on the ground, passing 210 yards. Some of the Warrior ball carriers. Darren Rodney, 25 carries so far in the season, 183 yards. That's 7.32 yards per carry. Dominic DeLuca, junior quarterback, 30 carries, 278 yards. That's 9.3 yards per carry. Corey Maruck, he is the yardage leader for the Warriors so far this year. He's got 357 yards on 45 carries. That's a 7.93 carry per clip. Vincenzo Jambra, 185 yards on 17 carries, 10.9 yards per clip. And even the fullback, Nick Elko, has 105 yards on 16 carries. That's 6.5 yards per carry. So obviously, ground game has been doing very well for the Warriors so far this season. When you have those kinds of yards per carry average, you're not in too many third and long situations, and you're putting up points. For Lake Lehman, they have 2 ball carriers that comprise the bulk of the work load, and one is Zach Koyanovich, and Zach is a junior. Koyanovich, you're right. Yep, Koyanovich, thank you. And Zach is a junior, number 25. And is it Ryan Eden? Eden?
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan Eden has 387 yards on the season, and he is, I look for him here, I think he was a senior. Yes, oh, he's a sophomore running back. So sophomore and junior comprising most of the carries and yardage for Lake Lehman so far this year in 2018. Matt Kurtz also has 167 yards on 34 carries. Ethan Adams, the quarterback, has 500 yards passing, and Casey Kaminsky has been his 8 receptions, 261 yards.
The Wyoming area Warriors versus your Lake Lehman Knights.
What do you need? Oh, yeah, thank you.
Would everyone please rise at this time for a moment of silence? And please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Mr. Nikita was the former Lake Lehman Athletic Director and an integral member of the community and the Athletic Association. He will be deeply missed by all. Please bow your heads for this moment of silence in his honor. Thank you.
Can you give me that water, Britt?
As soon as it kicks it.
Thank you. So, big game for the Warriors, obviously.
Oh, you'll watch the referee. He'll go like this.
After last week's.
Kind of button up.
Well, he's gonna blow.
Good.
He'll put his
He's
hand out.
like hovering.
He'll blow the whistle. Watch the referee.
Keep out like the wind. Damn sure.
Should be.
So after last week's loss to center Steven Sokash-Minnick, not sure who we'll have to replace tonight, but obviously that's a big loss for this offense that's been performing like a precision watch on many instances. So the Warriors look like they're going to receive the kickoff and start on offense. Good news for the fans tonight. We're a guest in the booth here of Lake Lehman, and we're sharing the booth with the scoreboard operator and the announcer, so I won't be my usual boisterous self, and that'll be good. So Wyoming area deferred to the second half, and they will kick off to the Knights in the north end zone.
If you don't see this, then don't stop.
And then when he goes like this, then
You start it.
when he winds it, yeah, you start again.
Should be the guy in the white hat, right?
Yep.
He's the only one that gives the signals, right?
Yeah,
Like that?
white hat, yep.
He's in charge.
And then we'll help with the spotting the ball.
Thank you.
So FJ Bertini gets ready to kick off, and he will kick to Black Knight ball carrier, takes it up the middle and over the 30 and to the 35-yard line.
Kickoff by number 36, Frank Braccini. Return on the play by number 28, Ryan Eden.
That's
out
right,
to
Eden.
the 36-yard line.
So that's where Lake Lehman will set up first and 10 at their own, looks like the 34 they'll mark it at.
First down and 10 yards to go from the 36-yard
Ryan Eden
line.
is leading receiver and ball carrier.
34-yard line.
And Lake Lehman comes out with a shift out of a full house backfield. And the give is over the left side to number 25. That's Zach
Koyanovich with
Koyanovich.
the handoff off the left side.
I'll get that right sooner or later.
Handoff by number 11.
And he's up
Nice.
to the 36-yard line, about a
Tackled by
2-yard
number
carry.
75
Make it second and 8.
for the Warriors.
I'm sorry, he got to the 41 on that, so that was about a 7-yard carry. Second and 3 now for the Black Knights. 11:15 left, game just underway. And I'm not sure if Warriors jumped offside or were drawn offside, but there will be a flag, and the ball will be moving one way.
Second
It's
down,
against the
4,
Warriors.
Flag on the play.
That'll give the Black Knights a first
Looks to
down.
be encroachment on the defense.
We'll mark the ball at the 46. It'll be first and
Should be an
10.
automatic first
Black
down for
Knights.
the Knights. And it is. Who's number 75? Oh.
Cameron Carr, yeah. Lake Lehman quarterback is a sophomore. Number 11, Ethan Adams. They send Eden out to the left there, and he's going to come into motion, and he will get the ball around the right side, and he is stacked up. Good penetration on the left side of that Warrior line. Cameron Carr was the man who got back there first, and that's a tackle for a loss on first down.
Cameron Carr saw something on that.
About a 5-yard loss for the Knights.
And they'll mark that ball at
Brings up
the
second down and
41-yard line, second and 15.
That was something
For the Black
we spotted
Knights.
from film.
Well, I think they're probably key on Iden quite a bit tonight because he's their leading rusher and receiver.
What yard is it on?
It is on the 41 right now. Yep.
41?
Yep. Second and 15 at the Black Knights 41. Adams under center. He'll take the snap, and he is rolling to his left and has a receiver out in the flat who's wrapped up at
Adams with a complete
midfield.
Pass out there to number 28,
Gain of 5.
Ryan Eden.
That's right.
Looks to pick up
Ryan Eden.
about 10 yards on the play.
Okay. And that's at the 49.
Brings up a third down and 5 from the
49.
Wyoming area 49-yard line.
Okay, so big third down here early in this drive
What's it on
for the
the
Black Knights.
49?
49. Yep.
49.
They'll have Black Knights will have 2 receivers split to the near side here, and the pitch is tossed right to number 25,
Toss right to
Koyanovich.
Koyanovich to the right side. Tackled
And
again by
he
number
only has a
36,
couple
Frank
there.
Bertini.
F.J. Bertini was in there from his linebacker spot.
Brings
And
up a 4th and 4,
looks like the Black Knights are sending out the punting unit.
48-yard line.
So after one first down, they will turn the ball over to the Warriors for their first possession of this game. There's just underway. We're at 9:03 left here in the first quarter.
The Knights line up in punt position here.
Luke Spencer is the punter for Black Knights. He's got Brian Williams alone back at the 15, and he tries to kick it away from him. And
Out of
mark
bounds
that.
at the
He's coming up the line. It's going to be
23-yard
about the
line.
27, I would say. No, it's coming up higher than that. And mark it out at the 30.
Out to the 30-yard line. The Wyoming area Warriors will take over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
So the Warriors will begin their first possession at their own 30-yard line. 8:41 left in the first quarter. Nice sight lines from this press box, huh?
Yeah,
So the center for the Warriors, and I get the number on
close
it.
to the sidelines.
Yeah. The Luke under center's got that I formation, and he will pitch right to Corey Maruck, who ducks away from one Black Knight, but then is swallowed up by a couple of others, and I see Elmer Sauter,
Tackled by
the
number
senior.
45, Matt Kurtz, and 54, Elmer Sauter.
So that's a loss of
For a
2.
loss of 2 yards on the play, brings up 2nd down and 12.
Mark it at the 28.
What yard line?
28. 2nd and 12
28?
from their 28-yard line.
Yard line?
Yes, Mike. Luke is in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers split to the near side here. He's going to call his own number around the left side, and he will get past the first level and a little bit more, and he'll carry it up to about the 42-yard line.
Formation. Keeps it himself, goes on the left side. Tackled by number 43.
They'll mark that at the 36-yard line, and it'll bring up a third and 4 for the Warriors.
34?
Yeah, they need to get to the 40-yard line
4 to go.
for a first down. 3rd and 4.
Out there, you got it?
7:21 left here in the opening period. 3rd and 4.
Say hi.
4?
Yep.
3rd down and 4 yards to go for the Warriors.
Ball on,
Shotgun formation.
It's on the 36. DeLuca takes the snap. He is looking to his left side, and he's got a receiver there, and he was originally short of the mark, and then he got away. I'm not sure who that is. Brian Williams, maybe? No, that's Dimitri DePietro. He had in the right flat,
Complete pass to
and
number
he
7.
took the ball, caught the ball about a yard short of the marker, made a nice move on his man,
Knocked out of bounds by
up the right sideline, and it'll be
number
first
10,
down.
Tyler Bellotti.
There'll be a timeout while they move the chains, but the Warriors will be at the 45-yard line, at their own 45-yard line, with a 1st and 10. 6:48 left here in the opening period.
We got a 1st down and 10.
6:58.
6:58 on the clock.
6:58 on the clock, 6:58.
6:58. So we're going to add 10 seconds back on the clock at the direction of the officials, and we're ready to go.
Wait for them to call it.
DeLuca under center now on 1st and 10. He's got 2 receivers split to the near side. He's going to turn and give it to Corey Maruck over
First down
center,
and 10, hand off up the middle.
and not much running room there.
Number 20.
Might have a yard.
Corey Rupp.
Saw number 29 in there, David
Snapped up there in
Borgerby.
the middle by number
We'll bring up a
54,
2nd and 9 for the
65
Warriors.
Knights. Brings up a 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
So the Warriors are now at their own 47. 2nd and 8. I got Brian Williams split to the left here. I'm going to send Zaquay Williamson in motion, and he will take the ball around the left side, and he's got a little bit of room, scoots away for a yard or 2.
Sweep to the near side.
So they sent
Tackled by number
Williamson in motion. He took the ball over the left
and
side, and he got
number
about
15 by
2
the
yards
Knights.
there. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 as they mark the ball.
Jared
Call it the
Cummings
49-yard
and
line.
Elmer Sauter.
Their own 49-yard line. 3rd and 6 for the Warriors.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
6
from
minutes
the
left to go in the
49-yard
opening
line.
period. Got to figure, go to the air here on something.
They have to.
He's got Brian Williams split to the left here. Looks like Corey Maruck is also split left to the near side with him. He'll send Williamson in motion, fake, and DeLuca rolls to his right, and he is looking, and he's had Maruck open, but that play was broken up by number 10.
Nice coverage by Bellotti, number 10.
Tyler Bellotti,
The pass.
the senior
Number
defensive back.
23,
And that'll give the Warriors a 4th down.
That's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 yards to go from the 49-yard line.
Looks like they will send out the punt team.
Casey Kaminsky's back deep to receive the punt for the Knights.
So early in this battle, both teams will trade a possession.
That was an incomplete pass. Like,
As we
Yeah.
now down to 5:08 left in the first quarter. Black Knights have number 4. That's Casey Kaminsky. He's a junior, 6 foot 185. He's waiting at his own 20 for the Dominic DeLuca punt.
Yeah, incomplete pass. You have to stop it.
okay, you didn't flag it though.
All right, get it reset. It's going to be 5-something. What is it?
Incomplete pass, you gotta stop the clock, Phil. Okay, I thought he was gonna wait. 5:13.
5:13.
Yeah. Jamie. I know it's not you. Tell him, Jeff.
Yo. Yeah. All right. Just watch that referee every time. If he does this,
He wasn't doing anything.
Here's the snap to DeLuca. He gets the punt off, and it's a nice punt down the right sideline, and it will bounce at the 20 and take a Wyoming area roll and bounce down to inside the 10 and close to the 7-yard line, where it'll be
Warriors
picked up
that
by
ball
Blaze
inside the
Sokash-Minnick,
10-yard line.
the freshman, who I think is the long snapper on special teams now, after
Put it on the 8.
his brother was hurt. Yeah, we put it on the 8. And that's where the Black Knights will begin their second possession. Well, Adams looks like he has Kurtz as his setback there. I see Casey Kaminsky is split to the near side here as the officials
Jeff, are you
discuss
here at the game?
something.
Oh, okay.
4:53.
4:53. No. Nothing. I didn't know if you were here. I was going to see if you could come up and help with the clock a little bit. That's all. Oh, tell him happy birthday. All right. We'll see you, bud. Bye.
Like I said, Adams has Kurtz as a single setback there.
Like that, I go.
We'll see if they try to run their way out of this. And 28 is in motion, and he is looking for number 4, and they tripped feet there. He's looking for Casey Kaminsky there, coming over towards the Black Knight sideline at the 30. And it looked like the potential receiver and D-back tangled feet, and he'll call it incomplete. So Adams is left-hand passer, so we'll have to
No, he went like
keep
that.
an eye on that.
If he goes like that, I start it.
Yeah,
Because he wasn't doing that, he was going like this.
Yes. He goes like that or winds it up. Yeah.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass,
You gotta keep it
sorry.
stopped. You got to keep it stopped.
Mike, stop it. So they'll tell us that.
He's going like this, I think he's wanting
Well,
to.
he's telling the quarterback you can start.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But after incomplete,
4:32.
4:32.
$4.32?
yeah, Mike. There we go. Yeah, it's up there. Good. So when we resume play, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Black Knights from their own 8-yard line.
Is there any way
4:32 left
spotter for the
in
clock?
the first quarter.
All right, as soon as possible. Thanks, man. Bye.
Adams takes the snap. Looks like he gives it to Kurtz over the middle, and he is stacked up. Well, then he gets away for a bit, but Anthony Scalzo is in there, number 27. Cameron Carr.
Run up the middle by Kurtz. Tackled by
Corey Maruck, number
a
23.
group of Warriors out there. Brings up 3rd down.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Black Knights.
And 12 yards to go.
4:11 left in the first quarter. And I have to think that the sophomore quarterback will be looking to the air. He's already amassed 500 passing yards so far.
That's what I'll try.
It's a white hat, right?
I'm not that great at it.
It's running anyway, so if it's incomplete, we'll stop. Adams, he looks over the flat to number 28. That's Ryan Eden, and he's got a short gain up to the 11 maybe, but it'll bring up 4th and 7. When Black Knights will be forced
For about a
into
7-yard gain.
punt formation
Bring up 4th
again.
and 6.
So 3 and out for the Black Knights on that series, and the Warriors should get the ball back in pretty good field possession, and we stop on possession.
Change
On change of possession. So Leo Harris is back at his 40, Brian Williams back at his 40, and the Lake Lehman punter is standing on his goal line, Luke Spencer. Snap is good, the kick is down the right side, and that's out of bounds,
Spencer's punt kick
and we'll see where they mark it, probably inside the 35, no?
out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to be inside at the 35.
Knights
35-yard line. Stop. And we have, okay, 3:08 now. The clock stops with 3:08. And the Warriors will begin on the Black Knight 35. So excellent field possession for their second possession of this game.
See if you can see that.
Dominic DeLuca has the play, and he checks back in.
No, stop. Stop.
Wait till he winds it.
Wait till he winds it.
The white hat or?
Yeah, the white hat.
308.
So,
You gotta wait for him to wind it.
so yeah, he'll stand well behind the offense, and then he'll give that signal.
White hat?
Watch for
White
the-
hat. Yep.
Watch for
Always a
windmill.
white hat.
He's gonna give you a one-arm windmill. That means go.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do it yet.
Yeah, he has a different signal. He just
Not it.
That's not it?
No.
no. That's his.
Needs help.
Yeah, you can see
Starting and stopping because
Now watching.
the signals aren't that evident.
white hat.
Go.
DeLuca back straight drop pass, and he's looking deep for Williams on the sideline, and he's caught it, and they're going to give him a touchdown.
Williams.
So straight drop, sent Brian Williams down the right sideline, gathered it in at about the 2-yard line, Warrior touchdown. 6-0.
About for the
No, nothing on the extra.
Nothing on the extra point.
So taking advantage of that excellent field position, and they score. And Leah Cranston will be on for the extra point. So with 3:01 left, the Warriors strike first on a 35-yard pass from Dominic DeLuca to Brian Williams, and the kick is blocked.
By Cranston.
So as we mentioned at the outset, we did lose our starting center and snapper, Steven Sokash-Minnick,
And it'll
last
stop
week.
or
So that'll be something to
start.
watch as the game progresses and the rest of the season progresses. Obviously, with a new snapper, only a week's worth of time to work with Dominic and Leah.
the buttons and watch.
You know what? The white hat usually does give that. He's not. No. So that,
very small.
yeah.
And he's going like this for different things.
Yeah, right. He's like, on you guys, but we need a good signal. Yeah, because that's what I always looked for when I did it. You know?
Well, when I did it for the junior high game the last couple of weeks, there was more than one official telling you when to start it and stop it. So I have one telling me to stop
No,
it,
we're
one telling me
always-
to run it.
We're always told white hat.
You always go with the white
As
hat.
soon as he touches the receiver.
So FJ Bertini will be at his
136.
own 40.
Punt kick for the Warriors.
Looks like Eden
Frank
Like start it
Bertini.
when he catches it.
is
Yeah, as soon
one
as
of
he
the
touches it.
backs, along with Casey Kaminsky,
Kaminsky
standing at their
back
own
to receive
10-yard
the
line.
Kickoff for the Knights.
Make sure you move it. Catch it.
And the kick is straight down the middle. It's taken by one of the upbacks at the 30-yard line. And he'll gather a couple yards before Dimitri DePietro hog ties him and brings him down at about the 35-yard line. I think
Out to
they'll
the
mark it.
35-yard line. Bring up first down and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Black Knights.
So after that previous
2 minutes
3 and out
56
and a
seconds
Warriors
left to go
score,
in the first quarter.
the Black Knights will
50 people watching.
try and tie it up, moving towards the south end zone.
Until they snap it now.
That's just telling the offense that the ball's in play.
Adams under center. He's got Kurtz as a single setback there. Iden is split to the right here, and he will go in motion. And the give up the middle will be Kurtz, the big fullback, and he's only got a yard or two. F.J. Bertini was on him pretty quickly, as well as Nick Elko. So mark it at the 36. We'll call it 2nd and 9 with 2:40 left in the first quarter. 36-yard line. Ball, yes, Mike. Ball on the 36. So 2nd and 9 for the Black Knights. Not much room running there, as many teams have seen this year against that stout Warrior defensive line. And now Kurtz goes out, and he does have some room on the right side. He's got a first down.
First down across the 45-yard line.
So he had a nice opening over right tackle, took advantage of it, and ran really strong to midfield.
Quick step.
Stop the clock, stop the clock, stop the clock.
And they'll move the chains now. The ball is on the 50-yard line.
Start it.
First down for Lake Lehman. Adams under center. Takes the snap, gives to Kurtz again over the left side.
Again over the left side.
He's got a couple, but it was a little
Dragging a few
tougher
Warriors
sledding
well
that
for a
time.
Pickup of 3 yards.
Matt Wajkowski slowed him down before
Close to 40
looks like
yards on the
F.J.
play, so second down and
Puccini
6
settled the matter.
at the 49-yard line.
Gain of 3, call it 2nd and 6. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line. There's 1:34 left here in the first quarter. He's going to send Eden in motion, and he will give it to Kurtz
Kurtz again.
over the right side again. He's got first down. As he gets down, looks like they'll mark that at the 44-yard line, and it will be a Lake Lehman first down.
Now in the Warrior 44-yard line.
So that was a nicely designed play as he faked it to Eden, who's going to get a lot of attention tonight, and gave it to Kurtz over center. And Matt Kurtz is the
First quarter.
third leading rusher on the Black Knights, but the bigger back of the three. And he's back as a single setback again. He gets the ball again, and he pushing, and he's got a couple of yards there, maybe a 3-yard gain.
Looks like
From the
a
original line of
3-yard
scrimmage.
Pickup for the
Ball.
Black Knights.
Ball will be set just inside the 42,
That Black Knight offensive line controlling the line of scrimmage right now.
and it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Black Knights. 42-yard line. 42. Now Kurtz is set up as a tight end. Or no, that's 44, I'm sorry. Oh. So let's see, there's a flag on the play. We'll see if the Warriors jumped or were drawn offside. So moving the ball with their big back this series pretty good. And I don't think we've seen a lot of like big backs yet this year. So they might have that in their game plan to use him pretty heavily tonight. Try and wear down that big Warrior defensive line. So it will be offsides on the Warriors, another 5 yards, and that'll give the
Penalty is an offsides on
Lake
the
Lehman
Warriors.
a 2nd and short.
It'll remain
Ball
second down.
is at the
and
36-yard
2
line.
yards. Second down and 2 yards to go for the Knights.
On 36.
Ball on 36, Mike. Yeah,
Ball on the 36.
yeah, Mike. Ethan Adams checks in. He's got the play. 2nd and 2 at the Warrior 36. Warriors lead 7-0 with under 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Adams takes the snap. He gives it to Kurtz, and nice penetration
Up the middle, nice
by the
penetration.
two linebackers there, Corey Maruck and F.J. Bertini,
Corey Ruck
keying on the big man.
makes the tackle.
And one went high, one went low, and they brought him down
About a
for
1-yard
a
gain.
1-yard
Third down
gain.
and 1
So it'll bring up 3rd
from the 35
and 1 as the ball sits just outside the Warrior 35-yard line. Nick Elko checks in there for some size for the Warriors as they
Area Warriors 6, Black Knights
try to
0.
adjust to the
Black
power
Knights are in
game,
business
power
here.
running game that
Start the
the
second quarter.
Lake Lehman appears to be executing here early in the contest. So end of the first quarter, and the Warriors lead 6-0 on the strength of a 35-yard pass reception from Dominic DeLuca to Brian Williams. Was actually the first play of that series, and then the extra point was blocked. So we'll see how large that looms as the game moves on. 5-0 Warriors visiting Lake Lehman. at Edward 4-1 at Edward H. Edwards Stadium tonight. A beautiful autumn night, probably in the low 60s. No threat of rain for the first time in 178 days, I think. Yeah. I think ours is a little higher, just a little bit. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think that's our high number, so hopefully we'll get above that. So we start the second quarter with the Warriors up 6-0. Lake Lehman's on a little bit of a drive here, mainly on the strength of rushing of 45 Matt Kurtz. That doesn't show up on there, I don't think. That just shows up on your phone. Anything? No. If you get any messages.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't.
So Kurtz is back there as the single setback again, and Adams will call his own number, try and get that first down. It looks like he got enough surge there to do it over big number 77, Logan Hoyt, 5'10", 245, offensive lineman.
From the 30.
Matt Wykoski rode him down, but not before he did get the first down. It's at the 31-yard line of the Warriors. It's on the 31, Mike. 11:41 left here in the second quarter. Warriors lead 6-0. Eden is split to the right now. We'll see what they run out of this single setback with Kurtz. He does get the ball over the left side again, and he stands Corey Maruk up and pushes him back just a little bit. Not too many backs are capable of doing that. He got 3 or 4 yards as he took on Maruk helmet to helmet. Brought it down to the 30-yard line, so ball's on the 30-yard line.
And 7 for the Knights.
And we'll call it a second and a long 7. Timeout.
Timeout on the field.
So one of the Lake Lehman linemen looks like he's a little banged up, and they'll check him out. Second and a long 7. Ball's just outside the 30-yard line for the Black Knights. They trail 6-0. 11:04 left in the second quarter.
This is Hayden Evans' dad.
Oh, okay.
That's Mike.
Yeah. I met you up there, Ross.
So they have a decision because they had to prep that area just in case they couldn't go through the arm. They had to go through the arm. So I came out and I went on the right motion.
Not getting as much glare off of it, too. There's much glare. Like from there, yeah, from the screen. Just that little bit right there. But I noticed that with my hat, I do have a darker hat in my bag, but it'll reflect.
No, what's your concern?
Yeah, you got that little bit of glare right there.
Yeah, but that's from that.
Yeah, right, that's in the plexiglass. If you were outside, you wouldn't have any of that.
Number 77, Logan Hoyt, comes off the field. Let's give him a round of applause.
You know me, I'm going to start. You start it when I snap it?
After a
He'll wait till they're set on the ball.
there you go.
Now he's doing it.
Yeah, now he's giving the signal.
Lights on the blue Dodge Ram.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the license.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So after that injury timeout, they're going to come out with an I formation now with Kurtz and Zach Koyanovich, and he gets the ball. He's got a nice carry over the right side.
7 yards.
First down?
Yep.
They'll mark the ball
First down, Black Knights.
at the 21-yard line. First down for Black Knights at the 21-yard line. The official makes the signal to wind the clock.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Black Knights at the 21.
You guys said it down there. He's been doing that.
Okay.
You told him, you told them.
So Koyanovich with a nice carry there on first down. And the give is to him again. And he shuffles his feet. He's got a yard maybe
Up in the middle there.
before Matt Wykoski.
Second down?
By number 76.
Looks
Number
like Derek
11
Ambrosino was in on that tackle.
Combined on the tackle up the middle.
So they shifted,
Second
they
down
moved
and
from
10
a single
from the
setback with
21-yard
Kurtz
line.
to an I formation with Kurtz as the true fullback and Koyanovich as the tailback. And he had the first down on the previous carry. Gets about a yard on that. I don't even know if they'll give him a yard. It looks like 2nd and 10 as the ball sits just outside the 21-yard line of the Warriors with 9:44 left in the second quarter. And the Warriors almost jumped again there as Adams rolls to his left after a play fake, and he is going to be chased out of bounds by Derek Ambrosino, Dimitri DiPietro, and Anthony Scalzo. So tried to execute a play fake there and roll to his left and look for something, and he did wind up with a couple of yards there. Ball's just inside the 20 at the 19. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for the Black Knights. So big 3rd down early in this game as they would like to maintain possession, obviously, on their way to a scoring tie or possibly go ahead with the extra point. Adams has the ball, has the play, he checks back in. He's going to send Casey Kaminsky and Ryan Eden. Ryan Eden will take a spot on the end, and Koyanovich goes in motion over the right side, and he's got a couple yards.
On the jet sweep, fight for yardage.
He's got about 4 or 5 yards, close to the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 15, so give him a gain of 4. Mark it be a 4th down and 4.
Be a 4th down and 4 yards to go.
9:13 left in the second period. So about a 4-yard carry, 14-yard line, 15-yard line. Koyanovich there with the carry. And a big 4th down play here for the Black Knights as number 81, Sean Sabaluski, checks in for the Black Knights. We got a timeout.
We got a timeout on the field
On Lake Lehman.
for the home team.
So timeout, second
Ladies and
quarter,
gentlemen,
8:53 left. The Warriors lead 6-0.
Ram
And the Black Knights
out in the parking
have a
lot.
4th and 4 at the Warrior
License plate
15,
number is
second quarter.
ZDE.
So been able to move the ball a little bit on the ground against the Warriors. Not many teams have had much success
That's a blue
with any kind of
dot
rushing
Ram.
attack against the Warriors this year, but Lake Lehman using that big
1865. Your lights are on.
fullback, Matt Kurtz. He's got, okay, yeah, there's not much we can do about that glare. Because we're inside the press box, so it's coming off the plexiglass. So. So Lehman trying to put strength against strength and use their big fullback, Matt Kurtz, to carry some yards. But they do also have some skill athletes, that Ryan Eden, Zach Koyanovich, and Adams looks like a nice little passer, too. A left-handed passer, which is a different look than we've seen this season.
Oh no, Wyoming area.
Wyoming Aries kicker? Is number 80, Luke Spencer, I think. At least he was the punter. I don't know if he's the kicker, too. So the Knights have their play, 4th and 4, big play for them, and big play for the Warrior defense here in the second quarter. Kurtz is the single setback there. Adams low under center, and he will kick somebody in motion, Koyanovich, and give it over to the right side. He's got it himself now. He's scrambling for his life, trying to get away from
Adams pass rolls out to the
Cameron
left.
Carr and F.J. Bertini.
Pass incomplete to Kaminsky.
And it'll be incomplete, and the Warriors will take over on downs. There is a flag on the play. Okay. So,
That'll bring up
center player in motion, there was a fake, and then it was like, I don't know if it was designed for Adams to roll left and look for a receiver. But there was a penalty on Lake Lehman anyway.
Warriors
Legal
will take over
procedure.
on the 15-yard line, first down.
Who was that? My buddy Harry Heck was checking in from Wilkes-Barre. He's supposed to tell me what kind of beverage he's enjoying as he watches the game.
Good check.
So the Warriors will take over on downs, 1st and 10, at their own 15-yard line. DeLuca's in the shotgun. He's got DePietro and Elko will go in motion now. And Dominic will come to his right. He is looking for yardage, and he doesn't have much.
Out to the right side.
And he is pursued and tackled by
Crew of Black Knights out there.
Jared Cummings, Josh Durling, and Matt Kurtz. So they had that sniffed out, and we'll see where they mark that. It's going to be a loss. No, they mark it back at the
I think it's
15.
going to be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 15 with 8:21 left. So he sent Elko in motion and tried to carry it over the right side, and there was nothing there. So we've got Elko and Darren Rodney, who's been running the ball well of late in the I formation. All right. And the give is DeLuca takes it himself, and he'll be over the left side for about 3 or 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and a long 7. And they'll spot the ball at the 17.
9.
Yeah, 3rd and 8.
What's that? 3rd and 7. Or 3rd and 8. Say 3rd and 8.
All right, Harry, save me some of that for after
Third
the
down
game.
and 8 yards to go from the 17-yard line.
Harry's at the Penn State game. At a fire.
Oh, okay, nice.
Near Penn State.
So 3rd and 8 for the Warriors as DeLuca is in shotgun formation. He's got Nick Elko back with him. He's got trips split to the near side here. He will take the ball, drop straight back, and he's going to look deep again for Dimitri DePietro. And just a little beyond his grasp.
He's going to bring up a 4th down and 8 from the 7.
So DePietro, from his set spot here over on the near side, sprinted right towards midfield and was looking for that long pass from DePietro. Just a little too long for the senior receiver. And Warriors will have to return the ball with 7:13 left in the second quarter, and they lead 6-0. So DeLuca will set up at about the 5-yard line. So it'll be important to get off a good snap here as the Lehman returner sets up just inside his own 50. And it's a directional kick. It does take a good Wyoming area bounce, and it's picked up inside the 50 by Kaminsky.
Breaks the second tackle and gets pushed out of bounds.
Nice return by Casey Kaminsky as he picked up the ball after the initial bounce at about the
Nice return on the
47-yard line.
Warrior territory.
And he'll get about a 13-yard return. Mark the ball. Looks like a Warrior 40. Yeah, 40-yard Warrior 40. 1st and 10 for the Knights with 7:02 left in the second quarter. They trail 6-0. So they'll come out with that single setback with Kurtz again. Looks like they've got Eden split off to the right and coming around the left side and sniffed out perfectly by F.J. Buccini and Corey Maruck. And that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Back to the, call it 3, loss of 3. 2nd and 13 at the 43-yard line.
On the tackle for the Warriors.
So it looks like some guys are watching some film there and recognize something on the misdirection play because they penetrated well. Both linebackers penetrated well and tackled the ball carrier for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 for the Black Knights at the Warrior 43. 6:26 left in quarter 2, and they trail the Warriors 6-0. So now Adams is going to be in the shotgun formation by himself. He'll send Eden in motion, and he will give it to him around the right side. He's got a little bit of room, and he's running closer to the original line of scrimmage before he is chased down by Corey Maruck and F.J. Buccini again from their linebacker spots.
On the outside there.
2 very good linebackers. Diagnose plays very well, get it face up on their man very quickly, and more often than not, they can bring down the ball carrier one-on-one. So you have those kind of linebackers, and that's a tough defense always to run against. So Adams has the play. He checks back in, and he's got a 3rd and 12 now from his own 42. So you would think they'd be looking to pass as they send number 10, Tyler Bellotti, and number 80, Luke Spencer, out to the near side. And they'll send Ryan Eden in motion, kind of like a jet swing pass, and he does take the pass, and he's got about 6 or 7 yards. So a little CFL action there as they sent Ryan Eden coming around from the left side, swing pass.
About 5 yards on the play.
Give him 5 yards. Didn't get as many yards as I thought.
From the 37-yard line.
So 4th and 7 from the 37. I'm not sure if they'll just try and pin them down. Yeah, they'll send out their punter, Luke Spencer. It looks like they're just going to try to pin the Warriors down here inside their own 20 with less than 5 minutes left in the half. And there's another timeout on the field.
Timeout, Lake Lehman.
And both coaches will
Just in case you didn't hear me the first time,
drop
we have a blue Dodge Ram.
plans with their special teams and make sure they have the personnel on the field that they want to have there. So 2 high-power offenses, but not a lot of offense thus far in the game.
Defense.
Okay, Jim, the score is 6-0 Warriors. They scored in the first quarter on a 35-yard pass from Dominic DeLuca to Brian Williams. The extra point was blocked. And teams have been just trading possessions back and forth. Since then, both defenses have had kind of the upper hand. Been a little bit of yardage.
Battle of the trenches.
Yeah, Lake Lehman had some nice yardage on the ground.
Battle of the
Warriors are
trenches.
running the ball
Practice
decent.
Thursday and he has to today.
Looks like there's some room to pass, but not what we expected with the Warriors coming into the game. I think averaging 45 points a game, and Lake Lehman averaging just over 38 points a game. And we're almost through one half of football. We only have 6 points on the board. So they're going to go for it now, and there's another timeout. And it looked like one of the Lake Lehman players realized that they didn't have either the personnel or the play set up that the coach wanted, and they took another timeout to make sure that they have it, especially going for it here on 4th down at the Warrior 37-yard line, because to turn it over here would give the Warriors pretty good field possession with less than 5 minutes left in the half. So if they weren't perfectly set and they didn't have the right formation out there, obviously you can't take a chance and draw another penalty or turn the ball over. I still see Adams and Spencer, although Spencer is the punter, but he's also one of the receivers. So since Adams is out there, I think they're going for it. They would have to get to just inside the 30-yard line to maintain possession. He's got Kaminsky split to his left, Eden on his left side here too. I have to think he'd be looking for one of those guys. He'll send Eden in motion behind him. He'll take the snap, and now he's looking to call his own number. And he's got a few yards. He's going to be close. He's going to be close to the first down.
For a nice pickup, very close to the first down.
At the 30. So spread the Warriors out, and really couldn't stack up too much, and just looking for that athletic quarterback to find some running room, and stopped just short of what they needed for a first down. So gutsy call there by Lake Lehman, calling the quarterback's number, and really he missed by a half a yard. I thought it was a well-designed play on 4th and 7 when they're probably expecting a pass or a swing or a reverse to one of their skill athletes. It was nicely called, nicely designed play, just a half yard short. So the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 at their 30. And it looks like Bryce Hinkle is the new center for the Warriors. We've been trying to get that number. DeLuca will give the handoff right away to F.J. Bacchini. And he's got a little bit of head of steam, and he brings it up to the 35-yard line. So we'll call it, 5 yard. Nice, hit the hole quick and strong. And he'll get a long, second and a long 5. Give Bacchini a 5-yard pickup there. And we've got Elko, and it looks like Darren Rodney in that I formation. Brian Williams is split to the near side. DeLuca under center. He'll take the snap, and he will pitch to Darren Rodney over the left side. And he's got, looked like he had some blockers lined up in front of him. But somebody did get in there low. 44.
Josh Sterling on the tackle.
Josh Sterling looked like he got in and got low.
Also one.
So the ball is at the 34-yard line.
Yards to go.
36 for the Warriors. 34-yard line, yeah. Rodney will check out now. Williams is split to the left. He's got Leo Harris over on the right side. That's a look we haven't seen. And Leo Harris will start in motion, and he will take it around the left side, and he's got some blockers, and he is brought down in a possible face mask. Horse collar. He got up to about the 38-yard line for a gain of about 3 yards. So Harris, holding on the Warriors. Okay. So Harris from his right end position came in motion and then took the handoff over the left side, but there was holding on the play, so the 3-yard carry is negated. Oh, offsetting penalties. Huh? Oh, they declined.
For the Warriors.
What's the offsetting?
6.5 yards to go.
Fourth down, yeah.
Oh, fourth and about 4 to go.
So with 3:17, Black Knights will get the ball back. And it looks like Casey Kaminsky is standing right at his 30-yard line. He had a nice return on the last punt. And the officials trying to settle down Coach Gilski and his troops.
3:11.
3:11 on the clock. 3:11. How did it get to 3:11?
And it stops on a penalty, right? Okay, started up.
Then he stopped.
We're good. So when DeLuca gets his punt off, there'll be about 3 minutes left in the half. He's standing at his own 21. It is a nice kick, but it's going to come to Kaminsky at the 30-yard line. He slips down as he tried to get some footing at the 33-yard line.
The 33-yard line, the Knights will take over first down and 10 with 2 minutes and
So
56
just under
seconds
3
left.
minutes, Black Knights will take over first and 10 at their own 33. Got a little bit of time to run your offense, but you know,
This is a battle of the trenches.
yeah. I would imagine at some point, unless they rip off some big gains, they're going to have to go to the air at some point early in this drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could say here. You could just announce the rest of the game too if you want.
Yeah, we're tired. So Spencer and Bellotti are split left for the Black Knights. They'll send Eden in motion again, as they've done quite a bit this game, and it looks like somebody jumped early on the Black Knights line there. And that happens when you have an offense that you use a lot of motion with. That is the downside, where everybody has to be in sync and on the same page, and it doesn't always happen. So it's effective when it works, but it does introduce some more risk in terms of incurring some penalties. So that bring up first and 15 for the Black Knights at the 28-yard line, at their own 28-yard line, as they are looking for their first points of the night against this Warrior defense. Spencer and Bellotti are split to the left again. Eden goes in motion once again, and Adams rolls left. He's looking for Eden and has him. For Darren Rodney makes a sure tackle there at the 42-yard line. They'll mark it.
Tackled by number 1, Rodney.
I'm sorry, the 33-yard line. So a 5-yard gain.
From the 33-yard line.
33.
I was on the 33 on the
How many yards to go? 10.
second and 10. So we got back the 5 yards that they lost on the penalty there on this pass in the flat to Eden. So it looks like they sent him in motion quite a bit and try to take advantage of any speed disparity he can draw.
On the 30.
The 33.
He's got Kaminsky split to the left here. He will send Koyanovich in right, and Eden coming around the left side, and he is stacked up by Corey Baruch. Hit him low, Derek Ambrosino, and they'll spot the ball at the 35, so maybe a 2-yard carry.
A minute 57 to go in the half.
So it was a fake to Eden, 35-yard line, and handoff to Koyanovich, and it brings up a 3rd and 8 for the Black Knights. 1:46 left here in the first half. So incomplete pass would stop the clock. Warriors could get the ball back at possibly their 30 or 35-yard line with a minute and a half to go. But he's under center, so it looks like they'll send Koyanovich in motion, and he'll get the ball. And he is up to about the 42-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, but they do run some clock. And we'll see if the Warriors take a timeout here. 42 would be like a 4th and 2 for the Black Knights. There's now 1:08 left. And timeout.
And we got a timeout on the field.
On the Warriors? Yeah, timeout on the Warriors. So the Warriors do stop the clock after that running play. So I guess the beauty of that for Lake Lehman is they did take the clock down from 1:30 to 1:06. Took almost a half a minute off the clock. And it was a nice pickup, 5 or 6 yards. And they'll kick from here unless they could do something maybe to try and draw the Warriors offside. Shift to punt formation. What's that? IR. What's the play?
I forget.
IR right, IR left, IR right.
The quarterback saying, "Don't move."
Okay, yeah. Somebody will check in and give us that classic Warrior special teams play.
Paul Marenka.
And Coach Barrick, yeah, he'll probably free demerits for not remembering it.
All I remember is quarterback saying, "Don't move." Guthrie saying, "Don't move."
All I remember is hearing that on the sidelines. Don't move. Don't move. Stay right. Stay behind me. So 4th and 2 for the Black Knights at their own 42-yard line, as Spencer will set up in punt formation. Now they're going to go for it. Wow. Wow, this is a big move for the Knights, and he'll call his own number, and he gets a little bit of push, and it looks like he may have it, depending on the spot.
First down.
And it's going to be a first down for the Black
It is a
Knights.
first down for the Knights.
So Adams calls his own number, gets it up to midfield, and they don't have to turn it over. So it's
First down and 10 from the
one of
45
start the
yard
clock, start the clock, start the clock,
Start the clock.
start the clock. Okay, so we're probably going to take a few seconds off.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Probably, we'll see where they set it. Where do they want it at?
55.
55. So the Knights will have a 1st and 10 after that carry over center by Adams, and they'll have 55 seconds left in the half. Try and generate some points here with Koyanovich. Eden goes in motion, and Adams is looking left, and he's hit
Adams hit
by
number 85.
Jacob Mikolajczyk there in from his left end spot. Put a nice hit on Adams, and was not able to get the pass off as it just
Pass intended
floated to the ground in the left flat
to number 28 in the left
for
flat,
incomplete
Ryan Eden.
pass. 2nd and 10 now for the Black Knights.
It'll be a
So
second down and
nice
10
play by
for
the
Black
senior
Knights.
end there to get in quickly and put a hit on Ethan Adams there. You know, they know who they're looking for Eden, Kaminsky. Got Kurtz as a single setback. Eden goes in motion, and their give is to Kurtz.
Handoff.
Nope,
Handoff to Eden.
Eden.
Around the left side.
So a lot of misdirection in this
Stacked up by
offense.
number 11.
Eden takes the ball for about a 2-yard carry. Dominic DeLuca, Derek Ambrosino
DeLuca.
come up to make that tackle. It'll be a 3rd and 8. There's 26 seconds left, and the Warriors are not taking any of their remaining timeouts. So they're content to let this half run out with the Warriors leading 6-0. So we'll see if the Black Knights take a shot towards the end zone here. With 1 play left, Koyanovich goes in motion. He's got some room, and he's inside the 45-yard line down to the 43-yard line.
Okay.
And that is going to be the last. Nope. Don't move the chains. I don't know if they took a timeout. Take a shot towards the end zone. Score is 6-0 Warriors here. And they will not get another playoff. Yes, they do. They get it off. And the give is around left side. Two people on the way down the left side. And he will be tackled at the 25-yard line for about an 18-yard carry. But that'll be the last play of the half, as the Black Knights just ran out of time in that half, and they trail 6-0 here at Edwards Stadium in Lake Lehman. The only score from junior Dominic DeLuca to junior Brian Williams. So both teams moving the ball a little bit, but between the 20s, and to get much more than that. So there'll be some yardage in the statistics. First half, but the only points of the Warriors, and they'll go to half 6-0 at the half. Do you have your charger?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna sign out and come back in for the second half in about 15 minutes.